Hello and happy Friday. Welcome back, or if this is your first time here, welcome for the first time. So today I want to talk to you about what exactly physical activity is. They say be more active, they say move more throughout the day, get more physical activity throughout your day. But what does that mean? So textbook definition of physical activity is any bodily movement produced by skeletal muscle that requires energy expenditure. So first I want to clarify something. Having an active job does not qualify for your physical activity for the day. Considering that is your norm, then your body just kind of adapts to that, and it is what it is. That's your lifestyle, but it doesn't count as additional physical activity that's actually helping you become even healthier. If your job is active, you kind of get a +1 rather than a -1, but it doesn't count as extra. True physical activity means that you're getting additional activity on top of what your normal is. So, how much physical activity do you need? The American Heart Association for adults recommends 150 minutes or 2.5 hours per week of moderate intensity physical activity, or 75 minutes per week of vigorous intensity physical activity. You also can do a combination spread throughout the week, some moderate, some vigorous. Over time, you'll be able to increase the amount of time that you spend getting physical activity and also the intensity as your body adapts. So in addition to the physical activity that you're getting throughout the week, you also want to incorporate resistance training at least 2 days out of the week. Resistance training helps to strengthen bones, increase bone density, strengthen muscles, build muscle endurance, and also can help to prevent osteoporosis, especially in women approaching that menopause phase. I feel like people get very caught up in the traditional cardio workouts for heart health, which is great, and we need those too, but resistance and strength training is equally as important for our bodies, even if that just means making daily tasks easier for us as we get older. So before I dig a little bit deeper, I also want to outline what physical activity for children looks like, because I feel like in the technology-based world that we live in today, there's a lot of issues with children being active. I was not always the most active child as far as sports. I was not athletic as a child, but I still went outside and would play or go for bike rides. All right. So from the ages 3 to 5, children should naturally just be getting a decent amount of physical activity throughout the day just because they're up and moving and playing with toys. But it's important that they do move throughout the day and not just be parked in front of a TV or a video game. Children 6 to 17 should be getting at least 60 minutes per day of moderate to vigorous intensity physical activity. Also for children ages 6 to 17, they should be doing some sort of resistance, strength training, weight-bearing exercises about 3 times per week. And again, this can increase as far as frequency and intensity over time as they get used to this type of physical activity. Okay, so I'm talking about moderate intensity, vigorous intensity. How do you determine that? So moderate intensity will cause your heart rate to speed up a little bit and beat a little bit faster, and breathing will become harder, but you'll still be able to talk in short answers. Examples of this would be a fast walk, maybe around 2.5 miles an hour, water aerobics, dancing, tennis, playing doubles, and biking under 10 miles an hour. Those are not the only options, just a few examples. Vigorous intensity would create more of a yes, no answer intensity. So if somebody's asking you a question, you should only really be able to answer with a yes or no as opposed to a short answer. Your body will start to get warmer and you'll probably start to sweat. Examples could be playing singles tennis, running, swimming laps, hiking with a heavy backpack on, jump rope, biking over 10 miles an hour. So again, those are not the only options, just a few examples to give you an idea. If you want a more scientific way to determine your intensity level, knowing your target heart rate can help you understand what each intensity level means specifically for you. So for the most accuracy when doing this equation, you also want to determine your resting heart rate first. So you're going to find your pulse either at the wrist or at your neck, and you're going to take your heart rate for a full 60 seconds. You may have seen 15 times 4, or take it for 30 seconds and times by 2. The most accurate would be to record for the full 60 seconds. Just do it. It's a minute. Once you have that number, for moderate intensity, the equation would go 220 minus your age minus your resting heart rate times 0.4 to 0.6, whichever number in that range you want to try. And then once you get that number, you will add your resting heart rate back on, and that would be your heart rate for moderate intensity activity. For vigorous activity, the equation would go 220 minus your age minus your resting heart rate times 0.6 to 0.85, again, whatever number in that range you want to try. And then once you have that number, add on your resting heart rate, and that would be your heart rate goal for vigorous activity. Why should you care about getting your physical activity in? Getting the appropriate amount of physical activity in for the week for you specifically can help lower high blood pressure, lower risk of heart disease, lower risk of type 2 diabetes, lower the risk of stroke, lower the risk of dementia, Alzheimer's, several types of cancer, and some complications of pregnancy. Increasing your physical activity can also help you sleep better, improve cognition, including memory, processing speed, and attention. You also will have less weight gain, lower the risk of obesity, and also help prevent chronic health conditions. Also, getting your physical activity combined with the cardio aspect and resistance training will also improve bone health, balance, and lower risk of injuries if you fall. There's also a lot of evidence that it helps reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety. So, in reality, increasing your physical activity can really just help provide a better quality of life for you. It's a lifestyle, not a fad. What I mean by it being a lifestyle and not a fad is that ideally you just want to decrease your time being sedentary. Create a habit of just moving more. If your job is sedentary, that's not something that you can help. But make it a point to every hour get up and do a lap around the office. Or just stand up every 10 minutes. Stand while you do your work at your desk if the option for a standing desk is available. There are lots of ways to just move more throughout the day. You just have to make it a habit and make that a mindset. Make it a mindset that today I need to move more. If you have to, get a Fitbit. I love having this thing because when I don't move a lot, it tells me and makes me feel kind of bad. It's okay to have a lazy day, but overall, just try and move more most days out of the week. So the takeaway I want you to have from this video is just to move more, sit less, feel better. You'd be surprised what physical activity can actually do for you emotionally, mentally, and physically as well. All right, so I hope that helped to clarify some things as far as physical activity. If there's any part of this video you want to go further into detail with, shoot me a message. I'm here to chat. Follow me on Instagram, shoot me a message, whatever you want. Thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your Friday.